Hello everyone, you're here with Kirk and Gora from PickDawgz, and thank you for joining us once again, this time for your free picks for Friday, May 10th. Well guys, after we got our asses kicked with Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League, both on the free picks and the premium picks, I gotta say I'm quite happy that the weekend is finally here because those results that we've seen, especially uh, in the Europa League and the Conference League, have been quite exhausting, I gotta say, and I barely found some willpower to do these videos now. Uh, on Friday, we have five games to talk about here, Kirk. One game in LaLiga, one in Bundesliga, one in Serie, and two games in the French League One. But for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be another busy one. I believe we have 15 games on the schedule for Saturday. There will also be a video with the MLS picks and all of that you can find on the Pick Dawgz website, guys. And of course, for our best bets, you can click the link in the description. That will get you up to our page where you can sign up and get our daily passes, 3-day passes, 7-day passes, or even a month-long pass if that's something you want to do. Now, Kirk, let's kick it off with that La Liga game that we have on the schedule. Deportivo Alaves and Girona. Neither team has much left to play for. However, Girona, I believe, would like to finish the season in second place.
Yeah, that's actually exactly why I'm gonna back Girona money line here at -105. They're 1 point ahead of Barca with 4 games to go. So it's already a huge success this season for them, finishing top four, but finishing ahead of Atletico and Barcelona as well, I think will propel them to win this game. This is a very winnable game for them as they won this first one 3-0 against them. But this one is on the road, so I expect it to be a little more difficult. But I'm still going to back Girona money line at -105 here.
Yeah, Girona definitely a decent favorite here, and they should be. However, they have lost five of their last six on the road, and they haven't scored a lot at all. Only two, actually three goals in their last four games on the road. And because Alaves is such a good form, they're actually on a three-game winning streak right now. They have nothing left to play for. They won't get relegated. They won't get anywhere near Europe. But they could definitely play for their fans here at home. So I do expect them to get to the scoreboard. And with that in mind, I'm going to go with both teams to score in this one. It's -139. It's actually quite decently priced. And I definitely like this pick a lot. And I'm going to ride with both teams scoring.
Sounds good.
For our next pick, Kirk, we have Augsburg and Stuttgart in Bundesliga. Stuttgart will be going to the Champions League now that they have five teams qualifying for the Champions League next season. While Augsburg, theoretically, they could still go to that Conference League spot, maybe even Europa League spot if they are lucky enough. However, their form currently is very, very bad.
Yeah, their form right now is terrible, but they still do have something to play for, as you said. So I assume they'll, especially at home, I assume they'll play well. They should at least score. 6 of these last 7 meetings between the two teams have had both teams to score. But I do think Stuttgart is just the better team here, and they should keep up their momentum. And there's only 2 games left in this season, so I don't know why they would go ahead and bench anyone. So I do like both teams scoring, but I'm also going to back Stuttgart. So Stuttgart and both teams to score at +180 is my play for this game.
Yeah, I definitely don't see either team benching or resting players at all. It's like I said, two games until the end. Augsburg has a lot more to lose here than Stuttgart does, but hopefully they show up at home, even though they do have a few injured players. Their form, like we said, has been bad. They lost four of their last five games, but I think that they can do something here in the attack again. I was looking at both teams to score in over 2.5. That's actually around -175, -180, which I did not like at all. Uh, we had to go to over 3.5 to get some value on goals, or maybe take first half total. But I do like Augsburg to get over 3.5 shots on target here at -154. They are not the better team here, not at all. But they are playing at home. They have a lot to play for still this season. So Let's hope that they show up for this game. So you have Stuttgart to win and both teams scoring at nice plus 180. And I'm taking Augsburg over 3.5 shots on target at minus 154.
Yep, I like those. I like both of them.
In the Italian Serie A, Frosinone and Inter are facing off on Friday, and with Frosinone being above the relegation zone right now, but only by 2 points, do you think they'll try to take the page out of Sassuolo's book after they've beaten Inter last week?
They should try. They really should. Disappointing from Inter last weekend, and I just don't see them losing two in a row here, to be completely honest with you. And when I was looking at prices, Inter minus 1.5 is plus 166. And if I'm Inter, I don't, I know I know you're champions and everything, but do you really want to lose to two teams in a row that aren't very good teams right now in the league, I'd say at all? So I have to back Inter minus 1.5 here with the value. I expect them to actually show that they're Inter Milan instead of some team that just is going to lose twice in a row. So that's my prediction for this game.
Yeah, you know what? Inter losing two in a row would definitely be, and to the bottom teams of the Italian Serie A, that would be something shocking in my opinion. And
Yep.
if Frosinone at the end of this game ends up losing, it's not going to be a tragedy. They still have a couple of games left, and they will still be above the relegation zone. However, I do expect them to try and do something at least. We know that Inter has nothing left to play for. There might be a mix of maybe a bit of a shuffled lineup here from them, but not a lot. And they should definitely score a couple of goals here, which is why I'm going to avoid the sides. I'm going to avoid the goals in this one. I'm going to take over 8.5 shots on target between both teams combined. That is at minus 115. I think that's a fairly low line. Inter will definitely come out flying. And then if Frosinone tries and does something in the attacking end, sure, thanks to them, that pick should hit quite easily here.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we are off to the French League One, where we have a couple of games. The first one is between Nice and Le Havre. That one, I honestly don't know what we can expect out of this one. Nice is quite consistent right now, finally, with four games without a loss. They are fighting for that Champions League spot. They are now 4 points away, which means that they definitely need a win out of this game.
Yeah, they need a win, and Le Havre is actually only 3 points away from relegation. So I think that they're going to be even a point with two games left would help them out immensely here. Nice has only scored 36 goals all year, conceded 25. They just don't score a lot. They don't concede a lot. So I expect this to be a very low scoring game here. So I just can't see this going over 2.5. So with the price for under 2.5, I'm just going to take under 2.5 at minus 116 and just expect a very low methodical game here.
Yeah, like you said, Nice has been pretty much a definition of a solid defense throughout the entire season. They had that very sloppy period when they couldn't beat anyone. They were on a 4 or 5 game losing streak, and that's why they dropped so low in the standings. But when playing at home, they are conceding only 9 goals in 15 games. Yes, they're not scoring a lot, like you said, only 36 goals in 31 games. But Le Havre also is not scoring a lot, but they're conceding double the goals than Nice is. I gotta be honest, I'm not trusting anything other than the money line on Nice here. I'm not gonna even push that to minus one or something like that. It's a bit juiced, yes, but I'm taking Nice on the money line at minus 175.
Yeah, they should win this game. They should.
Now, the last game of the day that we have to talk about is also in the French League One. We have Brest playing against Reims, and Reims actually made a surprising coaching change. At least it was surprising to me, I gotta say. They fired the coach that they were bragging about for pretty much the entire last season. They extended his contract right away, and then you sack a coach with what, 4 games left? What use is that to the team?
It's terrible. It's terrible. And I mean, with just Brest being 2 games away from going to the Champions League next year, they're 2 points ahead of Lille for that third spot in the French league. So they need to win this game. And I just I think this is one of the better stories in Europe this year, and Brest is going to win this game at minus 145. I have it, but do your line shopping before you lock in this price. But I do like Brest to come away with this one.
Yeah, definitely. I know that Reims hasn't had the greatest season. They are in the bottom half of the table, in the 12th place right now, but far away from the relegation zone. And I personally think they should have kept going with the same coach and maybe invest in some players for the next season. But right now in this game, I think it's going to cost them, if I'm being honest. Brest, like you said, one of the nicest stories in all of the Europe. Uh, like I certainly was not expecting them to be in the top five at all, especially the top three fighting for the Champions League spot. And kudos to them. They are barely conceding 1 goal on average this season. When playing at home, they're conceding 13 goals in 16 games, scored 24 in those 16 games. So their best football is when they're playing at home, and we have to take them on the money line here. This is the just a game like that. I have them at minus 139. You have them at minus 145. Like we said, do your shopping, guys, and just put some money on Brest. I think that they're gonna get a win out of this one.
Yep, they should.
That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining us here. These were your free picks for Friday. Like we said, we have a busy weekend ahead. 15 games to talk about on Saturday. That means almost double the amount of picks if each of us has a different one. But we'll see about that just yet. Of course, parlay of the days as well. One from me, one from Kirk, and a bunch of premium picks as well, guys. So check it out. See if you like anything and sign up. Kirk, you do your own videos as well.
Yeah, I have started my daily basketball videos, cashing props with Kirk. That got off to a good start on the first day. We had a bad beat for the parlay at the end, but everything else hit. So go on, check out that series and lock us up together. We both weren't good this weekend, but we're both going to rebound this weekend. So I'm feeling a big weekend ahead for both of us.
Absolutely, we got our asses handed to us, and we can only go up from this point. So that's it, guys. You heard it all. Good luck with all of your bets. Have a great Friday, and we'll see you soon with more free picks.